How do you create a netlist four-circuit simulation? Imagine trying to understand how a complex electronic device works without ever seeing its actual parts. That's where a netlist comes into play, acting like a detailed map of the circuit. Creating a netlist is a key step in circuit simulation software, helping engineers develop and test designs before building physical prototypes. Whether you're working on simple circuits or complex integrated chips, knowing how to craft a netlist is a practical skill that boosts your professional development. First, you need to understand the circuit structure. This means identifying every component, like resistors, capacitors, transistors, and voltage sources. Then, figure out how these parts connect through nodes or connection points. Usually one node is set as ground, often labeled as node 0. Assigning clear node names or numbers helps keep everything organized and makes the netlist easier to read. Next, you follow a standard syntax that the simulation software understands. Most tools use a format similar to SPICE, which is a common language for circuit description. Each line in the netlist describes a component with a unique identifier, the nodes it connects to, and its value. For example, a resistor labeled R1 connected between nodes 1 and 2 with a resistance of 1000 ohms would be written as R11 to 1 degrees Kelvin. Voltage sources start with a V, capacitors with a C, and transistors with their specific models. You also include commands for the simulation itself. The first line might be a comment describing the circuit. Then, you add control commands that tell the software what type of analysis to run, like a transient or direct current sweep. The netlist ends with a line such as end to signal the conclusion of the description. Creating a netlist can be done manually by writing out the text file carefully, but most modern tools make this easier. Many schematic capture programs automatically generate netlists from drawn diagrams, reducing errors and saving time. These tools convert your visual circuit into a textual format that the simulation engine can interpret. For a simple example, imagine a voltage divider circuit. You start with a comment line describing the circuit. Then, you add a voltage source V1 between the input node and ground with a voltage of 1 volt. Next, connect resistor R1 between the input and output nodes with a resistance of 1000 ohms. Finally, connect resistor R to between the output node and ground with a resistance of 2000 ohms. The netlist ends with end. It looks like this. V1 and 0, 1. R1 and out 1 degrees Kelvin. R2 0 2 degrees Kelvin. When working on integrated circuits, the process gets more advanced. Engineers extract netlists from physical layouts using specialized tools, then create hierarchical models with subcircuits. They assign proper power supply voltages like 3.3 volts for VDD, the main power rail. This helps simulate complex chips accurately before manufacturing. Netlists are essential because they let engineers test how circuits perform under different conditions. They help verify timing, power use, and signal quality. Whether you're designing analog, digital, or mixed signal circuits, creating a clear, accurate netlist is a vital step in the development process. It's a skill that combines understanding of circuit components with the ability to translate that into a precise textual format, making your designs ready for simulation and real-world testing.